Okay, so here's part 2 of me reading Beauty and the Beast. 3 months passed this way. Each night, through Beauty's conversations with the Beast, she found some new good thing in him. Gradually, Beauty came to look forward to 9 o'clock when, without fail, he arrived every evening. Also, without fail, every evening he asked for her hand in marriage before saying goodnight. At least Beauty could stand this no longer. Please don't force me to refuse you so often, she said softly. I will always be your friend, but I do not think I will ever desire to be your wife. I know how terrible I am to look at, replied the beast, but I love you almost more than life itself. Please promise that you will never leave me. This plea by the beast caused Beauty finally to break down. Only that day, her magic looking glass had shown her father lying gravely ill in his bed. I must see my father, Beauty sobbed, and if you will not allow it, my heart will break. Beauty's streaming tears nearly broke the beast's heart in two. Tomorrow I will send you to your father's cottage. You need not return. It is my heart that must break even if I must die of grief. But Beauty found something far deeper than friendship for the beast had come into her heart. I cannot be the cause of your death, she said, but my father is now ill and all alone. Please allow me to stay a week with him and I will return. Then Beauty took a locket and chain from her own neck and gave it to the beast. Tomorrow morning you will find yourself in your father's cottage. When you wish to return, twist the ring on your finger around 3 times and say, I wish to be with my beast again. Do not forget your promise. Beauty awoke once again in her father's cottage. Leaping out of bed, she ran into his room. At the sight of her, the poor man burst into tears. I thought never to have seen you again, he said as they embraced. How is it that you have come here? Beauty told all, and by this her father seemed much restored. When Beauty returned to her home, a large chest suddenly appeared upon which was written Beauty's chest. She found all manner of rich and beautiful dresses inside it. Even the plainest, which Beauty immediately chose, was adorned all over with gold and pearls and diamonds. Upon hearing her return, Beauty's sisters, who had the miserably unhappy married lives they deserved, immediately paid a visit. Seeing how Beauty was dressed, they practically burst with envy. And when Beauty told her story and how happy she had become, their jealousy and spite knew no bounds. The two sisters had spotted to destroy Beauty's good fortune. They went into the garden and said in low whispers, if we keep her here more than the week the beast has allowed, perhaps he will die, or instead become so angry he will eat her up after all. For the next weeks, the sisters were everything to Beauty they had never been. They dressed her in the morning and read verses to her each afternoon, kept the house, and falsely gave her the unfettered love she had always deserved. Beauty nearly burst with joy. At the end of the week, the sisters begged Beauty to stay another, feigning so much sadness over her departure that she could not refuse. But Beauty also now felt hopelessly torn between the unexpected love her sisters had shown her and her promise to the beast. On the 10th night, Beauty had a terrible dream in which the beast lay dying in a clearing at the end of a path in the forest. With his last breath, he lamented, but why have you forsaken me and not kept your promise? Beauty awoke with her heart pounding and tears streaming down her cheeks. She finally understood that the beast had stolen her heart and that she could no longer be apart from him. That night, after everyone had gone to bed, Beauty left a note for her father. When she got into bed, she turned the ring on her finger around 3 times and whispered, "I wish to be with my beast again," just as the beast had said. In the morning, to her joy, Beauty found herself once again in the castle of the beast. After rising and dressing herself, there was nothing to do but await his arrival. How slowly the day passes, she thought out loud, when it is only the end of it that has any hope for me. When finally evening came and the clock struck 9, and then the quarter hour, and the beast still had not come, Beauty feared the worst. She ran from room to room, calling out his name, but the only answer was stillness and silence. "Oh dear beast," she shouted, sobbing. Have I lost you forever?" In her desperation, Beauty finally remembered the path from her dream. When she got to the end of it, there she found the beast lying lifelessly next to a fountain. With tears welling in her eyes, she threw herself on the beast. He stirred a little, and Beauty found that his heart still beat. Cupping her hands in the fountain, she fetched water and sprinkled it over the beast's face, whereupon he opened his eyes and spoke in a weak voice. When you did not return, I could not bear the thought of living without you, and so I came here to starve and die. Now that I have seen your face once more, I shall leave this earth content." "Dear beast, you cannot die. The feeling I thought was just friendship, I now know in my heart is true love. We shall marry and become husband and wife. Please live, dear beast." Then Beauty bent down her head and kissed the beast tenderly on his lips. The moment her lips touched, the moment their lips touched, the castle blazed with light, and sounds of laughter and merriment could be heard. When Beauty lifted her head, she found the beast was no more, and in his place lay a handsome young prince. Startled, Beauty exclaimed, "Where is my beast? I want him and none other," she cried in despair. He is still here," replied the prince, around whose neck Beauty's locket now hung. "I was enchanted by a mischievous fairy who changed me to the form of a beast until a beautiful young woman should offer herself in marriage. Only you judged me by my heart alone. Now my heart and all that I possess are yours." The prince then led Beauty into his castle, where a beautiful fairy appeared. With a wave of the fairy's hand, Beauty found her father and sister standing in front of her. "An honest heart," the fairy began, "is a far better thing than handsome looks or a cunning mind. You have chosen well, and the reward you long deserve is now finally yours." Now the fairy turned the 2 elder sisters. "I know of no 2 other people who have done such selfish and heartless deeds. With so little reason, you too shall have your reward." At that moment, the 2 sisters transported through the air to either side of the castle's doorway, where they instantly became stone statues. "You shall stand here until you repent for your selfishness and spite and have cured your faults. Only then may you once again regain your human form." The fairy turned as if to leave, but she stopped and turned back. "If truth be known," she said, "it seems to me that your present form is the one you are very likely to have forever." When many months the two sisters remained as stone, Beauty came to realize even her kind heart could not cure her sister's fault. Out of pity, she had the statues moved where they could gaze on a meadow filled with wildflowers. And there to this day they remain. As for Beauty and her Beast, they lived happily lives till the end of their days, and those were many indeed. Okay, so that was me reading a different version of Beauty and the Beast. I apologize that this is so long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!